For I handed on to you as of first importance what I also received. In today's first reading from Paul's first letter to the Corinthians, we get a picture of Pauline ministry, and really of all ministry. Paul tells us how he is simply passing on what he has received. This tradition literally means handing on, continues today as we pass on what we've received. So, what is it that Paul has received, and what have we received? Well, Paul goes into what we call the Kerygma, that is, the proclamation of the good news. He talks about Christ's redemptive death and resurrection. I think what's important here is that for Paul and for us, the Kerygma is not just a datum. It's not simply a fact to simply be discussed as we would discuss the weather. Rather, it's a truth to be lived. And ultimately, it is a revelatory truth about ourselves. It changes the whole meaning and trajectory of our lives and really of all of creation. Receiving this tradition, this proclamation, is not just to receive information, it's to receive one's identity. In a world that speaks so much about identity and identification today, we're often lost when it comes to the subject. We see in our culture a genuine yearning, a hungering for identity, and that's actually a good thing. But unfortunately, we fill that hunger, or try to fill that hunger, with things that are of secondary or even tertiary importance. We fill it with ideological factions, with the people and things we like or are attracted to, with the places we are from, with trivial things like our musical tastes or the sports teams we like. And the list can go on and on. And a lot of those things are not necessarily bad and might have a bearing to a greater or lesser degree on the complex picture of who we are. Yet often we miss the most important identifying feature of ourselves that goes beyond and deeper than all of those other things. We are persons loved by God. In fact, we're loved so much that we're called to eternal life with Him. And this is shown to us and demonstrated to us by the death and resurrection of Christ. So Paul has not received, and we have not received a thing. Rather, Paul and we have received everything.